We have a lot of bad news. We get a lot of criticism for covering all the bad news. Isn't there anything good going on? People say that all the time. Well, this morning, a great feel-good story, one that makes you believe in human kindness.
Okay, so let's set this up for you. This right here, that man, is Sashi Vijayan, and he lives in Austin. And last week, he made a stop in Sedona as he's driving from San Francisco to Austin. Now, he lost his backpack with many irreplaceable things in it.
So, our guest, who is joining us right now here on the Kirby couch, Zach Walker, found Sashi's backpack in Sedona, and they sent me an email on this, and I think he said it was hanging on a tree or something, right? It's hanging on a tree. So tell us what happened next, Zach.
Well, I was doing a delivery for my job, and the street that I pull into for the subdivision for these houses comes to a dead end and then tees off, and it was about probably 4:30 in the morning, and I pull up and I see the backpack hanging on a tree.
Right.
So got my curiosity up, and I got out and went to look, make sure there wasn't somebody on a bike that had crashed. I mean, I didn't really know.
Right.
And nothing was there, so I took the backpack and put it in my truck and went about my delivery. Figure I'd drop it off at the police department on the way out of town. And I started to Google the address for the police department. And I realized, well, maybe I'll just look inside and see if I can find something.
A wallet or something.
Yeah, a wallet or anything. So I open it up, and first thing I notice is the laptop, and then I see passports, I see checkbooks, I see DMV paperwork, and I realize just how important this has got to be, and somebody has to be missing this. So I do a little more digging, and I find the check. Like I said, I pull out the checkbook, and I see a name and a phone number on it, and I figured, you know, what the heck, I might as well try to call it. And it's probably 5:36 in the morning. I can't remember what time it was, and I call the phone number, and guy answers the phone, and I said, "Is this Sashi?" And he says, "Yeah, this is Sashi." And I said, "Did you lose a backpack?" And it was quiet for a minute, and I wasn't sure if he was crying or it just sounded. It was really. It sounded like he was emotional about the whole thing, and he asked me where I was. I told him in Sedona. And
Where
he said
was he?
He was still in Sedona. He was staying at the Hampton Inn right down the street. And I told him I'd be there in like 20 minutes with his backpack. And he was obviously happy about it. So stopped at the hotel, met him in the lobby. It was, I mean, I think the first thing we did was hug. Yeah, it was just.
So you said, did you say, is this Sashi? Is that what you said? Let me try that. Is this Sashi? Hey, Sashi, are you there?
I'm here.
Hey. What's up, Sashi?
On the phone. Sashi, you live in Austin, Texas?
Yeah, actually, I just moved to Austin from California. I've been living in California for about a year.
I got you. Sashi, so you were so grateful to Zach, you wanted to pay him, right? You wanted to write him a check.
Yeah, well, I think what he brought back to me was a lot more than what can be repaid in money. And it's kind of invaluable from many different aspects. And it was just a small token of my gratitude, and I'm glad it was able to help him out.
And you did not want to take the money, Zach.
No, not at all.
You were really taken back.
Yeah, in fact, I made the comment to him, I didn't want the money to blow my karma.
Yeah, good one.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, it was quite shocking, and even initially when he handed me the check, you know, I didn't really look at it. We were just having our conversation and talking about he's an engineer, and my stepson wants to be an engineer also. So it was just a light conversation. You know, we were both feeling pretty good about things. So,
so he convinced you, and you needed this check for a special reason. Yeah,
well, first of all, I have to say, when I looked down at the check the first time, I thought it said $100.
Yeah.
And I glanced down again, and I see AND, and then I saw the thousand, and I was just shocked.
And so he insisted you keep it, and then all of a sudden, you know, life has a funny way of working itself out, and you actually use the money for a greater purpose.
Yeah, my stepsons just had to file for their citizenship papers, and that's about $2,000, so it really helped us out.
There he is right there with
your kids and your wife. Oh, well, Sashi, you are just wonderful.
Now the stepson is?
Yeah, tell us who's who.
Oh, that's Vlastik on the right and Daniel, and that's my wife Camilla.
And which is the stepson?
Both of them on the right.
Oh, both of them. Oh, I got you.
Okay, twins. Wow.
They're twins.
Well, we hope that your friendship continues with Sashi.
Oh, it definitely will. And
Sashi, yeah, I'm sure you're going to keep a watchful eye on that backpack from now on. But there are still good people out there, and this proves it. And we love stories like this.
Take care,
one of those
Sashi.
good ones out
Take
there.
care,
You
Sashi.
too, Sashi.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, everybody.